Hello everyone. In this lesson video we are going to be making some flowers that will be in our vase for our still life. So you're all going to get a piece of paper that looks like this. There's going to be a dot placed in the center, and we're going to add some flowers and leaves to our picture. So I'm going to start, and well, let me see if I can show you one that's finished. So your picture will end up looking something like this. Yes, we're going to watercolor paint our flowers when we're done. So let me set that aside and we'll begin. So we're going to make some flowers, and I'm going to start on this dot, and I'm just going to make a line come out. There's one, and you're going to have different flower shapes that you can draw. Now you might be able to draw some all on your own, or you can look at these for ideas. So I'll set that aside, and I will start with a flower here. I'll make a center, and I like those skinny little petals. I'll make these all the way around my flower. So there's one flower, and now I'm going to make another. So I'm going to make my next flower come over here. Now in that picture I showed you, this is a tulip, and I'll show you how I made it. Here's my stem. So now I'm going to make the center of the tulip, and it kind of looks like a raindrop, like that. And then from the raindrop I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to come up and then point it back down. Start at the bottom, come up, and point it back down. So there's my tulip. And then I will do another one maybe over here, and I'm going to make a bigger center and some bigger petals. So how you do your flowers is completely up to you. Now I'm going to add some leaves, and the leaves also start from that dot, and I'm just going to make a leaf shape here and a leaf shape here, and maybe I'll make a leaf off this flower and a leaf off that flower. And I can put the line in here. All right, so now it's looking pretty good. After I have my flowers and leaves drawn, you're going to take a black permanent marker and you're going to trace right over the lines that you drew. So this will take a few minutes. This helps your picture, your flowers stand out. So when we get to painting, it'll be a whole lot easier to see. This is a leaf. I forgot to add those lines. And I'm going to add a couple of these lines on the leaf. All right, so this is what we do next. And it takes a few minutes. But after this, we get to move along to the watercolor. And watercolor is really fun to use. All right, we're just going to pretend that I have finished everything, and I'm only going to focus on painting over here. All right, when you get your watercolor paints, you're going to have some water, your paintbrush of course, and then the watercolor paints. And you need to first activate the paints. So you just take some clear water and you put it all on the color. So I'm just dropping some plain old water in the middle of each color to kind of activate the watercolor. And now I'm ready to begin. So I'm going to paint my first one yellow. So I'm going to take this and paint some yellow petals. So when I use the watercolor paint, I add some water to the brush. I just touch it and it is ready to go. Pretty easy, right? Now when I want to switch colors, what do we have to do? Right, we have to clean our brush. So I'm going to clean my brush, and now I'm going to go to orange. I touched a little bit of orange, and there's the center of the flower. I'm going to clean my brush again, and I'm going to move right along to the leaves. All right, so I'd like you to finish up your flowers and watercolor paint. And then after that, I'm going to show you the next step. I'm not going to finish mine because I want you to be able to get to work.